You guys are here because you're looking for some idle mobile games that you have to spend a little less time paying attention and a little more time grinding through. A lot of people are into the idle games, and it does have a place in all of our lives when we don't have as much time to keep our hands on the screen 100% of the time. So today I decided to bring you a list of the top 10, but there's actually 15 on today's list, idle mobile games that you have to try. MELVOR Idle is the first on today's list, and this one has 4.4 stars in the App Store and has 10,000 plus downloads, but it also does have a price tag of 10 bucks. Now this game right here is inspired by RuneScape, and it says that whether you're a new player to RuneScape or a seasoned veteran, this is an experience that you can enjoy, with it being a more of a hands-off element and a hands-off experience in a world that's like a RuneScape world. Of course, the UI is completely different, the way the game plays is completely different, but if you're someone that liked RuneScape and you're looking for a game that's a little bit more hands-off, this is one that you should definitely take a look at. You could dive into, because of course, it's one of the best ones on today's list. With 10,000 downloads and a price tag of 10 bucks, you know it's decent. Idle Angels has 1 million downloads and 4.6 stars. If you're looking for a more feminine-driven game that's an idle hands-off experience, this could be an option for you. Some people really like these female antagonist type of games. If you are one of those people and you're looking for an experience that is a little bit more hands-off, this is one that you should give a shot to. A lot of people love it in the community. It actually came recommended highly to me. NORDICANDIA has 3.8 stars and 50,000 downloads. This is an idle RPG style game. They call it a semi-idle because you need to give it some attention, of course, but this is one that is a merging style game, very different than others that we have on today's list. We have a lot of your typical RPG style games, but this one does play out a little bit differently, where you could build out your character and make them go and do through the battles essentially on their own. As you can tell, the artwork style and the disc style battles here are very different than any other games that you've probably gotten your hands on. Next, we have Infinite MAGICRAID, which is more of your typical style, idle RPG style game. There are a few other games on today's list that are similar to this one, and we will get into all those over time, but here you're going to be building up your community and taking all of your heroes that you upgrade along the way into battles. Now, as you can see, there is an energy system inside of the game, and it does have that autoplay feature. So your battles that you're engaging in, you actually will not be fighting on your own, or at least you have the option to not battle them on your own. It's the player versus PC or mobile device style game, but this one's pretty popular amongst the community as well, with many people into playing the game. Next up on today's list, we have Realm Grinder, and as you can see, this game right here does as well have a PC client. It's also a very different art style from anything else you're going to see on the list here today. Very minimalistic, and it is a semi hands-off style game, meaning it does have that very idle feature. With that being said, action is very low in this game right here, so if that's something that you're interested in, then this could be an option for you. This one wouldn't be my #1 choice on today's list, but hey, that's me. Maybe you're different. And if you're looking for a different gaming experience, maybe you'd consider playing with me inside of Infinity Kingdom. Now, the best way that I like to play Infinity Kingdom is through the Aptoide app while hooking up the AppCoins wallet. With that being said, I want to thank Aptoide for sponsoring today's video. Now, in the description of this video is a link to both of these apps, which will download the application as well as Infinity Kingdom for you. But the reason that you're going to play through the Aptoide app is that you can take care of massive discounts when you decide to use any purchases inside of Infinity Kingdom or any other games that they offer, up to 20%, but there's more than that. When you log into the AppCoins wallet, you can hook that up to your PayPal or to your credit card, wherever you do your in-game purchases. And when you do that, remember to click on the cog and go down to promo code, because in there you're going to put in Echo Gaming 5 to save yourself an additional 5%. That's the key for you to save a big amount of bucks inside of Infinity Kingdom. But now let's get back to the video. AFK Arena is next on today's list, and I absolutely love this game. Played quite a bit of it myself, and you actually are able to grind while not on the phone. That means when you log off, your heroes are actually doing some auto battling in the background, so when you log in, you have a pile of loot that you can then enjoy. You're going to be putting your characters together here, or your heroes, to strengthen them over time, and you are going to then just continuously work your way up the ladder, progressing further and further inside of the game. This one here with a PvP and with a PvE element to the game. Really nice looking, the graphics are well, and the game is heavily supported by the developer, so I'm a big fan of this one. Almost a Hero with 4.4 stars on the market and 5 million downloads. We have a really nice idle battler here that has some really cartoony, cute looking characters inside of the game. Obviously, you could evolve your skills and everything that you need to do inside of your battles along the way, but I think what really stands out here the most is the art style. It's very minimalistic and clean. Most of the games that we're looking at here today are going to be in competition with one another, being that they are all idle style titles, so you're going to have to go with the one that you enjoy the gameplay the most with and the art style that vibes the best with you. IDLEON with 4.7 stars and 1 million downloads. We have a casual style idle RPG game here for you with, of course, those minimalistic graphics. A lot of people in this idle space like the pixelated artwork, and if you're one of those people, this could be one that is very much up your alley. For me, I'll go with something with a little bit more refinement in the graphics, but the gameplay on this one is really a lot of fun and just keeps you going over time, especially if you don't want to click. Pixel Tribe Viking Kingdom has 4.8 stars in the Play Store and 100,000 downloads. And this is a top-down style, minimalistic looking idle RPG game where you're going to be crafting and really just building up your characters to take them into battle inside of the game. Once in battle, you could let go of your screen and let them go ahead and take down their opponents, of course, because you've done the grind. Soda Dungeon 2 has 1 million downloads and 4.6 stars, and this is your idle style turn-based RPG game. Now we're noticing that as we get towards the end of this list here today, a lot of the games, they have that older fashioned, older style artwork. And that's because some of the development teams are smaller, or maybe because that's just the art style that a lot of the developers are rocking for this type of a game. Or maybe you would even think that it's a cash grab. For me, I think all the games on today's list are really well put together and worthy of your time, and then you could decide later on if you want to spend inside of the game or if you want to be a 100% free-to-play player. Speaking of, with 50 million downloads and 4.6 stars, we have Raid Shadow Legends. And Raid Shadow Legends is another turn-based RPG style game with a very big idle element to it, and to be honest with you, no matter how many ads you get for Raid Shadow Legends or how spammy you think it is, this game is really done well. It looks really nice, and a lot of people have been enjoying this one for years. Raid probably has some of the best graphics in this space as well, and if you're looking for something that has endless grind and new heroes coming all the time, Raid Shadow Legends could be a great one for you. And no, they didn't sponsor today's video. 4.6 stars, 100,000 downloads, Tap Wizard 2. Again, graphics are not going to blow you out of your seat here, but the gameplay does look like it's a lot of fun. You're going to be able to essentially survive the hordes of enemies that are coming at you, and you're going to be able to also upgrade your skills along the way. But one that's worth looking at if you're looking for games that are similar to ones on today's list. Merchant RPG. Yeah, there's nothing too crazy about this one, but it's one of those games that is super casual, and if you're enjoying something like this where you're just focused on grinding, you're not looking for crazy graphics or even action on the screen, Merchant could be a really fun one for you, reminding me of the old school Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego games. And taking a trip down the same river on this boat, we have Idle Research, where you're not going to be blown away by any gameplay on the screen, but the grind that you do through the game is all about your stats. A one that if you're a stat person and into this type of a game, this one's done well. And lastly on the list is Attack on Time, one of the more risque games on today's list. And I put this one on here because we actually have had a lot of people in my community here mention that they really do enjoy this game. Whether they love it for the gameplay or they enjoy it for the characters, it's a game that has come highly recommended to me. You can try this one out if you are, well, able to handle it. That's completely up to you. Definitely looks like the artwork is on point if you don't mind the risque-ness that it holds. Tomorrow I have another video for you, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.